Hello, Morgan of Fox Sports Lab. AFL, excited for this one. A grand final preview with the Chief. We've been on fire all year, Chief. People have been following our tips. They're driving around in limousines right now.
Please.
Let's start off with a few key matchups. We'll get to who wins and why in a minute. But let's start in the middle of the ground. Is there a key matchup through the middle that you're looking forward to?
Well, I think we're probably expecting Josh Dunkley to pay some attention to Jordan De Goey. I mean, De Goey's the gun mid that can break the game open for Collingwood, and we know the sort of jobs that Dunkley can do. He did it to Paddy Cripps last week. Thought he was absolutely brilliant in the preliminary final. He does that type of pay attention to someone, but it's not a hard tag. He can still chase the ball as well whilst being responsible for them. So I think that's definitely one of the key matchups in the middle of the ground.
Yep, I agree with you. And I want to steer towards Charlie Cameron. I'm not quite sure who gets him, whether it's Maynard or Quaynor, but
yep.
I think if Quaynor goes to him, I think he hasn't been defeated in a one-on-one contest all year. So just bring the ball to ground, Charlie, and you'll do the rest. But is that your likely matchup, Quaynor?
It's one of those two. I think it's Maynard or Quaynor. I guess it depends also if he plays deep, really deep out of the square. Maybe that's going to suit Quaynor better than Maynard. He might want to go on the last line. I'm not quite sure, but one of those two will certainly get him, you'd expect. Charlie's got a good record against Brisbane. He gets amongst the goals, so he's going to have his confidence up. He was down a bit last week. He was kicking them everywhere, Charlie. He didn't know where the goals were. Maybe he can turn it on this week. It's going to be, if they can keep him quiet, they'll go a long way towards winning the game, Collingwood.
All right, well, if he's quiet, then you've got the two talls in Danaher and Hipwood, but Danaher's probably the most dangerous right now. Does Murphy, does Moore, there's a bit of the unknown in terms of who goes to Danaher in this one, because if Moore wants to play off that loose role, then Murphy's going to get first crack.
Yeah, it might be Murphy, I think, just for that reason. So then Darcy Moore, whether it's a Hipwood or someone like that he can allow to go up the ground and stay back when he needs to, he'll pick and choose his moments. Joe Danaher's an interesting one because he's when he's on, he can have a big impact. But we know things can go pear-shaped as well. So you never quite know which Joe Danaher is going to be there. But I thought he did some really good things last week. And importantly, a couple of his set shots where he just had a nice, short, straight run-up, kicked through the footy, threaded the needle. Taking your opportunities is going to be key. So if he can do that, we'll look out Brisbane.
Has he got the bat line to you for a little?
No, nothing to do with me, mate. But it's a fun watch, isn't it?
It is. It is. All right. Well, I'm going to steer towards the same game multi. So we haven't discussed this off air. So this is where it gets interesting because every time I tip, you heckle me. So I'm going with the Pies to win. I'm going with the under. The line in total points. So, and then I'm going to Goey 25 plus and Jamie Elliott 2+ goals. That's my same game multi. What does yours look like?
Well, I'm going to go the complete opposite, Digger.
Oh, big
just
surprise.
For fun. I'm going for a fairy tale Brisbane Lions premiership. Wouldn't it be amazing? I think they'll cover the points. If they get going, we know they can kick a score. I'm going to go Charlie Cameron to kick 2+ goals. He does kick goals against Collingwood as a general rule, and I think they'll cover the total points.
All right. Well, Norm Smith medal's always a good one. I just think, what was the old saying? Born to play finals. Jordan De Goey, I think he's born to play finals. So I've got him as my Norm Smith. What about you?
Well, you got to pick someone from the team you're tipping to win, aren't you?
Correct.
So a lot of people not happy with Lockie Neal winning the Brownlow medal. Whaley wins the Norm Smith.
All right. Well, first goal scorer, I've got Billy Elliott, Jamie Elliott. Not sure what the matchup was there, so that's why it wasn't a key factor in our little discussion, but I've got him with the first goal.
I reckon someone like Zach Bailey can pop up. He's got that explosive breakaway speed, finds a ground ball in the forward 50 and just goes bang, runs onto it, kicks the goal and gets the Brisbane Lions off and running.
All right. Well, that's the grand final preview, Chief. They're playing the music in the background. It's like the Academy Awards. They've had enough of me, so they want me off stage. But appreciate your time across the year, and no doubt all the punters have just lapped up your tips along the way.
Looking forward to a cracking grand final. The two best teams have got through, Dicko. I think that's the most important thing. The two consistently good teams, and I wouldn't begrudge either a win. I love the way Craig McRae coaches. I love the way Collingwood play. But I'm just going for the old hometown, Brisbane, Chris Fagan. I think it would be a genuine fairy tale if they can sneak home.
Yep, agree with you on that. All right. Thanks, Chief. And thanks for joining us on Fox Sports Lab AFL.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.